Alright, what do we have here? This is a pretty aggressive hand. I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to cycle on turn 1, but I might on turn 2 cycle like the Curator. And I might just make a string of 3/1 flashes this game. Minister. Guess I'll play that. Yeah, I will cycle this Curator. No land. Alright, I'm going to cycle this Compelling Argument. Try to hit a land. We did. It's good news. No real reason to attack here into like a Blessed Alliance. Do I think it's still in his deck is the question. Probably not. I think I'd rather have the damage than the mill this game. I can always reassess on a future turn. Found his blue mana. Land would have been nice. But I'm going to continue getting in. Now I'm just going to cast an Obstructionist. He wants to counter it, I don't care. If it resolves, it's going to put some pressure on him, and he probably sided out a lot of removal. Yep, don't care about this at all. Would still love some lands, but what are you going to do? Let's keep attacking. I could just main phase cast this Obstructionist. It would run into a Fumigate, potentially. Maybe I'll just play Fraying Xanady instead, actually. It's unlikely he'll be able to answer it for 1 mana. Let's go ahead and do that. Could get Fragmentized, but it would have to be something at sorcery speed. I'm not going to mill at the moment. Oh, actually that's not true. I should mill now in case he does have to Fragmentize. So he mills for 6. Cast out. Alright, that makes sense. That is fine. Man, lands at any point would be lovely. I still just kind of want to cast a Nimble Obstructionist. If he has a land, he can go Gearhulk Supreme Will on the Obstructionist, which I don't love. So I'm going to do a main phase. If he has a Fumigate, I don't mind it too much. I just find it very unlikely that he'll have Fumigate in his deck still. Okay, Thing in the Ice makes some sense. Could be a little tricky. Land? Still no land, this is painful. Attack for 3. Then I'll just pass the turn. So the one nice thing about Obstructionist is we could use it to counter the triggered ability on the flip. So I kind of just want to cycle Censor, Try to hit a land. I'll just play Manic Scribe. Oh, I probably shouldn't have 6, so I can hold up my Minister, which I might want to use here. Get the ice number 2. So my obstructionist plan probably will not work the way I want it to. What's the wording on it say? Return all non-horrors. Alright. This is going to be a tough one. So I guess countering the triggered ability isn't as good as I want it to be. Oh, I'm disconnected, great. Because the way the flip ability is worded is, what is up with my internet? Alright, 1 second, I'll reboot that back up. There we go. It removes the counter and then it checks whether it needs to flip or not. So if we counter the triggered ability, it will still have the last ice counter on it, so the next spell would still be able to flip it. So it would only be a temporary reprieve. What I was hoping it would do is it would remove the last counter and then we could counter the flip, so it would just not be able to flip. Alright, we're back. Opponent found a land. Let's see, what did they do with their Glimmer? They went bottom top. Guess I'll mill him here. Guess I could also consider milling myself to try to trigger Delirium. Beginning of each opponent's upkeep. So I could consider it here. What do I have right now? Creature, sorcery, instant. That might be worth it. Oh, we're out of energy now though. Okay. So don't know if it's worth playing this Manic Scribe. Actually, there's not a whole lot I'd want to counter or obstruct. Guess I should have tapped the Rivulet to save myself a life, potentially. Attack for 3, because why not? I'm not going for the race plan because A, he has the thing in the ices that are gonna make combat weird, and B, he has Approach of the Second Sun, which can gain him life. I'm gonna stick to the mill plan. And I guess I'll cycle one of these sensors. It would let him cast a Gear Hulk, but I don't actually mind that much, because that taps him out. Another one. Finding lands. So, looks like we are just passing the turn. Well, after we attack, obviously. Well, you know what I just realized I should do? I should sack for Ipu Rivulet now to get myself to Delirium. So I will do that. It's a good thing he did something end step. Sacrifice Desert. So now these Manic Scribes will trigger on his upkeep. He's unsummoning Minister. Sure. Not gonna fight over that. Is he just triggering his things now? No. So technically we could draw Startled Awake and just win. There's an approach. Not going to bother doing anything about that. Woken Horror does some stuff. Let's see. I think I have to cycle this sensor. So the problem now is he will be able to flip his things, get any of my blockers out of the way, and then attack for lethal. I guess I could get around that by playing just a Minister. What to do here? I do just lose outright to an approach, but I can't really do anything about that. Playing double Manic Scribe is obviously bad because then that just mills him directly to approach. I play Minister, he bounces it, and then I flash an Obstructionist to block. I have Dispel backup to protect the Obstructionist. Another Cast Out would kill me. It would have to be Cast Out plus an instant or sorcery. So I think it's just play Minister. I guess I can also counter the flip ability. That's a thing, right? So I could play Manic Scribe, counter the triggered ability so I won't die. Then I have some additional outs. I guess the Minister's better, so then I can hold up Dispel. Doesn't use my mana as well, but what are you gonna do? At the very least, I think I can not die here. So I want to take this hit, pretty sure. Then I can sack Rivulet. That would put, let's see, put him to 9 cards, and then I go Manic Scribe with Dispel backup. And then that would kill him if he had nothing else. Cast Out would prevent that from happening. I don't have to sack the Rivulet, do I? Except that if we just went Scribes... Oh, but we also have the Minister. So yeah, what am I saying? Let's go ahead and cycle an Obstructionist, see if that changes anything. Ooh, a second Dispel was good. So I think it's like just... I guess he has ways to flip his thing also. Let's cast a Manic Scribe. It's going to be tricky. I might actually have to use Obstructionist to counter the ability because he can flip them before I'd be able to get to his upkeep. So I think I just play one Manic Scribe and then pass. So now let's see. I want to go back and look at the log really quick. I have to leave my Minister up, so I can't do that. There's a Gear Hulk. That makes things infinitely more awkward. This is bad. So let's, I mean, I can't stop it from resolving, so let's see what he targets. He targets Unsummon. Alright, so I think what I have to do here is counter the Gear Hulk ability and just pray that he doesn't have another spell. It's like my only recourse here. Looks like we're gonna come up one turn short. Yep, he has a spell. And my guys flip. Alright, yep, that'll do it. Alright, let's try another match.